ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how you doing at 1:20 in the morning? For those who are up and awake for the stream, thank you very much. And I know there's some stuff going on over here. I didn't really do the graphic right, but I was not going to go back and fix them all. Because, let's face it, who wants to watch this show? Well, my stream, hopefully yes. This show, though, that I'm going to be previewing, I don't think so. This is the Club of the Man 1993. And I am here live, again, at 1:20 in the morning to do my preview and predictions for tomorrow night's pay-per-view, WWE Hell in a Cell 2021. Again, it'll take place tomorrow night, June 20th, 2021, Father's Day 2021, and it'll take place for the last time, the last pay-per-view during the pandemic era. It will take place at the WWE Thunderdome at the Yuengling Center in Tampa, Florida. As I said, this is the last WWE pay-per-view that will not be taking place from a live audience. The next one, Money in the Bank 2021, will be in front of a live audience. Thank God, thank the Lord. There are 6 matches on this card. There was supposed to be 7, but WWE put Roman Reigns and Rey Mysterio on Friday Night SmackDown. Which, truth be told, even that match to me didn't really have much of a build for a pay-per-view match, especially a Hell in a Cell match. So I can kind of say, in some ways, as I said in my SmackDown review, okay, I kind of get it. Like I said, it was really like a 1-week build. That's all it was, and then they were instantly throwing them inside the cell. But at the same time, after thinking about it again later on, I'm thinking, you took away a pretty big match that really makes this card look very pointless. If you thought my expectations for WrestleMania Backlash were very low, this show, to me, my expectations feel even lower. The matches we're getting, the ones that shouldn't be taking place inside the cell, are taking place inside Hell in a Cell. Well, not all of them. Thank God with this one right here. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But then there's matches that should have been inside the cell that aren't inside the cell. It just continues to show WWE does not have to have a gimmick match be the brand name of a pay-per-view. Hell in a Cell does not need to be a pay-per-view, because when it comes around, most of the time anymore, WWE does not have feuds that warrant Hell in a Cell. And the 2 Hell in a Cell matches we're getting tonight, well, tomorrow night, again, just don't warrant the cell. Like, one, I have no interest in whatsoever. The other one, I know they can put in a good match, but at the same time, I'm like, we've seen the match how many times, and also, it's not the most on-fire thing to lead to a feud in a Hell in a Cell. Again, the ones that should have, they're not. They're just getting just a regular one-on-one singles match. No stipulation at all whatsoever. But it's late. And like I said, I wasn't going to have time really tomorrow to preview this show. So I'm doing it now before I go to bed. So like I said, there's 6 matches on this card, minus Roman Reigns and Rey Mysterio, which took place on SmackDown Friday. And of course, another problem with doing a Hell in a Cell match on a weekly televised show, lots of commercials. Of course, we will be dealing with this though here though. A Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. But let's just go through this card very quickly. I'm not gonna have much to really say about it. Like I said, I have zero excitement for the show. I'm not doing live reactions. I'm not even watching with friends. As far as the review goes, I don't know when because I'm working overtime again this coming week at work, and it just sucks. But let's talk about the show and see what we can get. My predicted opening match is a match that originally I don't think was supposed to have Hell in a Cell, but they decided, hey, we gotta have the women have a Hell in a Cell match, right? So let's just go with, I don't know, this one. Bianca Belair and Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship inside Hell in a Cell. My big question first off is, what the heck is the story here? Literally, ever since WrestleMania, all we've had is Bayley coming out, looking Bianca straight in the face, and laughing at her. Just laughing. And I'm just like, cool, you're laughing. What's so funny? Oh, Bayley's a bully. Blah, 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 this, and that. They had a match at WrestleMania Backlash. I don't remember it whatsoever. And then, all of a sudden, Bianca beat Bayley there, but Bianca wants Bayley again. And then this week, they made this match inside Hell in a Cell. And I'm like, why? Like, there's these storylines we're trying to say, oh, they're heels, they're bullies, they're this, and that. When's the last time we really had a storyline besides Roman Reigns, of course, where, we've had some feuds recently where I'm just sitting there thinking, as a heel, is that the best you got? We have Bayley laughing nonstop at Bianca Belair. No rhyme or reason. Bianca's like, oh, Bayley's just a bully, so I'm going to beat the hell out of her inside Hell in a Cell. And of course, they're getting carried away with this whole thing with, showing Bayley's face on all, the screens and whatnot for the virtual fans. That they're showing Bayley's face on all of them, pulling a whole Matt Hardy thing. And it's one of the things where it's like, I'm pretty sure Vince found it hilarious seeing Bayley have a million faces saying, that's such a cool little trick there, pal. And then, like I said, it's so corny. Like I always keep saying, WWE's booking feels like it's basically like, Vince treat us like we're 5 years old. Like, oh, you're claiming you want this, you're gonna like it, but I can't even explain it anymore. It's just like, he feels like we think we're stupid. We're 5-year-olds. Like, who on earth wanted to see these two go at it inside the cell? I mean, Bianca Belair getting a chance in the cell, I'm not opposed to whatsoever. I definitely think she deserves an opportunity inside the cell. But the storyline's not drawing me going like, oh my gosh, I want to see Bianca just rip Bayley's head off inside the cell. Like, no, it's like, okay, just Bianca beat Bayley and we move on from this, because, there's no heat. Again, it's just Bayley laughing at Bianca, and this makes Hell in a Cell. Yet Cesaro and Seth Rollins, and heck, even Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn don't make it inside the cell. Quite frankly, if you wanted to have a women's match inside the cell, even though the build for this other match has been crap, I would have rather seen Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair go at it inside the cell, because they actually have history. I guess we have water really quick, because I got the hiccups all day at my girlfriend's. But, like I said, since they have history, I'd rather see them be inside the cell. But we're doing Bianca and Bayley instead. Like I said, I'd like to see either one of these women deserve a shot inside the cell. Last year, Bayley and Sasha had the right, story to go inside the cell. It was their only pay-per-view match in the end for the championship, but I still think it's stupid. But, is this really the best you got to build for a Hell in a Cell match? So, I don't care. Bianca's going to be winning this one, and I think she's open up the show, but like I said, I have no interest. I have no interest at all in most of these matches, and this is one of them. Like I said, it's an ISL. I'm like, why? Bayley laughing at Bianca is the best you could do to make the transition of feud go inside the cell. It's stupid. So that's the opening match I'm predicting. Second match is a match, I said in my SmackDown review, I'm going to make a video like, there's several like matches that I'm pleading WWE to have, and this is one of them that should not be just another one-on-one match. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. It's just one-on-one. Look, you go back to their NXT days. Again, we know these guys can put on a great match. They're best friends. They have excellent chemistry. They can do amazing things in the ring for sure together. They can tell stories and all there. And quite frankly, as I said before, there is a story here. You know, Kevin Owens is trying to knock some sense into Sami Zayn because Sami Zayn seriously thinks there's a conspiracy against him. Again, he had his whole documentary made, but that just kind of disappeared off the face of the earth. I'm not sure why, but that whole thing kind of got dropped. So they had their match at WrestleMania, and obviously they still feel like they're continuing on their feud to give them both something to do. Okay. But why do a second one-on-one match with no stipulation when these two have had a long, long history? They feuded when Kevin Owens first came in and was in NXT. They then feuded when Sami Zayn made up to the main roster. They had two excellent pay-per-view matches, one-on-one at Payback and Payback. They were in the Fatal 4-Way Intercontinental title match at Extreme Rules. Definitely one of the best Fatal 4-Ways I've ever seen. That match with Owens, Zayn, Miz, and Cesaro. That was just a phenomenal match. To being in Money in the Bank, and then they had an excellent blow-off match at Battleground. But even that one, even though it was excellent, that one should have been a stipulation. Again, these two, and again, the whole story again is Kevin Owens trying to knock some sense into Sami Zayn. So obviously, just a one-on-one match with just normal like roll-ups is still gonna not knock some sense into Sami Zayn. Like I've said, I mean, again, they could have done Hell in a Cell because no one else could be interfering. Sami Zayn good. I mean, okay, like I said, basically they had to do a match where, again, the Sami has to have no excuses for losing this match. So if he's going to lose, it's on his terms. So that's why I keep saying Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, I quit. Because, again, Sami Zayn's contract is set to expire in September, apparently. I don't know if he's going to re-sign or not. I kind of wish he wouldn't. So, like I said, they can either do, as I said, how many times? They could do this. Well, here's what I would do. If it's going to say just one-on-one, have Sami win this match. I'm picking Sami to win this one. And have both him and Owens be in Money in the Bank. And then have the blow-off match at SummerSlam. One-on-one, I quit. Sami Zayn quits and has no excuses. And again, that could lead to either Sami Zayn being written off television if he really is going to leave WWE. I don't know if he is or not with his contract expiring. Or maybe, again, it could be, him finally turning face and, him and Owens reunite and become a tag team. Because, the tag team division could use some tag teams. And, these two have a story together and could be a legitimate tag team and could be tag team champions. But yeah, they're just going to throw in another random ass, one-on-one match that, again, despite the fact that, they always have great matches, we've seen this match one-on-one on live TV how many stinking times since 2016. Again, they went a whole year and had these two on separate brands, which, thank God, needed to happen. But now we're back doing it again. I'm just like, this feud warrants more than just a one-on-one match. This needs to be a stipulation. So, have Sami win this one. Have them both participate in Money in the Bank. Have the blow-off match and I quit match, which again, I want to make a video and plead for that match. That match has to happen. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, I quit at SummerSlam. Sami will lose on his own terms. He'd have absolutely no excuses. So yeah, I'm picking Sami Zayn here because I want to see the feud continue to blow off at SummerSlam in the proper stipulation match. That's what I want to see. Okay. Oh boy. This next match is already putting me to sleep. Alexa Bliss and Shayna Baszler. So, Alexa Bliss is, to me, getting a ton of heat from the fans. Because, I don't think it's her fault, of course, but WWE basically buried The Fiend at WrestleMania and transferred his gimmick onto Alexa Bliss. Which just irritates me to death. But now she has her doll Lily that they're treating like Annabelle from all those movies like Annabelle, The Conjuring, and all those others. Only know them because I binge watched them with my sister and cousins last summer because they like to watch scary movies. I don't really like to watch scary movies, but I still know who the hell Annabelle is. Anyways, this is just not right because, again, they have thrown Shayna Baszler in a random ass tag team with Nia Jax. Shayna Baszler was just there to eat the pins for Nia to protect them. Now, of course, Nia and Shayna finally dropped the tag titles, and now they're having their feud with Alexa. And they continue to make Shayna Baszler look like some sort of stooge, who's literally there to protect everyone else, and her, basically taking up the dirt for it, which is stupid. And this feud has no interest for me whatsoever. Again, I'm done with Alexa Bliss and her, Harley Quinn thing, because like I said, I just have a salty taste with them basically taking it off Bray Wyatt, putting on Alexa Bliss, and, I don't know if Bray will ever come back, because I heard he is having some, issues coping with the death of Brody Lee, but, like I said, it's just dumb. And at this point, why even bring back The Fiend? Why even have Bray Wyatt stay if you're going to continue to book him like absolute crap? Because you really ruined The Fiend gimmick at WrestleMania, but whatever. Alexa Bliss is winning this. Nia Jax will continue to look like a freaking stooge, and it just... whatever. I give up with them. Next match... Okay, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I keep saying I quit. I wouldn't okay to me inside Hell in a Cell. If there was a match that definitely needed to be inside the cell, it's this one. Like, what was wrong with putting this match inside the cell? We have, these two been going at it for months. Cesaro had a big moment at WrestleMania in the match when he beat Seth Rollins, and he even did the freaking UFO and whatnot. And then they just, drag on their feud. Cesaro beat Rollins again to fight for the Universal title at WrestleMania Backlash. Excellent match, by the way. To have them now, continue the feud, because, Seth Rollins did beat down on Cesaro's bad arm. He suffered at not Hell in a Cell, at WrestleMania Backlash. But, of course, again, just like Owens and Zayn, they make this one-on-one as well, which is stupid. And again, like I said, any stipulation, like, a street fight, no DQ, something simple like that, falls count anywhere. Anything like that. Just one-on-one again, it's just like, why? Not that these two don't have good chemistry, it's just why? Need something different to spice up that match. But Cesaro's going to win, and I'm still hoping he goes to Money in the Bank and he wins the contract. And he cashes in and gets an opportunity against Roman Reigns. That's what I'm hoping for. So that's that match. Next match, Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair, Raw Women's Championship. Again, these two obviously, was at one point a dream match. They had an excellent match at WrestleMania 36 for the NXT Women's Championship. Honestly, again, Rhea Ripley has been nothing but on fire. Well, not recently on the main roster, because she's had him face Asuka how many times, and a match I actually wanted to see at one point. Then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I'm sick of it. I've seen how many times. And Charlotte Flair, literally getting suspended, brought back for a week later, and just given this opportunity. So, but of course, what irks about this feud also is that they keep losing to Nikki Cross by count, which is also making them all look weak and dumb. As far as who wins this though, keep it on Rhea. Like, I would have said Charlotte if like at WrestleMania Backlash, but yeah, keep it on Rhea at this point. Because there's no point in putting the belt on Charlotte right now. Again, if you really, plus two, if you really want, the division not to feel so flat, at least give it a little bit of a boost by having Rhea beat Charlotte to gain, some more star power for her. But I think Rhea's retaining as I feel she should be. And the main event is going to be Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre inside Hell in a Cell for the WWE Championship. Once again, I know they could probably have a pretty darn good match. Problem is this doesn't really warrant Hell in a Cell. Yeah, they've been feuding for how many months, but nothing really felt teased for Hell in a Cell. It didn't feel like it was Hell in a Cell worthy, and like I said, Drew McIntyre has had a ton of opportunities for the world title since he dropped it, but Bobby Lashley's winning and moving on to something new. That's gonna do it, guys. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. So again, the predicted winners are Bianca Belair, Sami Zayn. It was number 3. Crap, I can see their faces and I'm losing track. Alexa Bliss will beat Shayna Baszler. 4 is Seth Rollins. Cesaro beats Seth Rollins. Number 5 is Rhea Ripley defeated Charlotte Flair, and then Drew McIntyre retains. Bobby Lashley retains over Drew McIntyre. That's all I got, guys. Like I said, really don't care about this pay-per-view. I'm not expecting anything good at all to happen, to be honest, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. What are your thoughts, guys? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Slap a like on the video and subscribe for more content. Go on my channel. Follow me on Twitter @TheManAirBody3. Till guys, I'm checking out. I'll see you guys sometime soon for another video. Peace out, everybody. Yeah, no, I will surprise. There's no escape.